Okay, folks, here goes. Now, I've seen a lot of people making comments how they won't go to the dealership. They call it the stealership. They only do work on their vehicle themselves. I don't feel that way, and I'm going to explain to you why I don't feel that way, and why I will use the dealer for service, and why I will use an independent for some other service. And I don't want to rub anyone the wrong way, but this is just the way I do it. And, I just, some of the comments, I was letting them get to me because I was just like, why are people being so mean about the dealerships? Well, I guess it depends on your experience with them. But here goes. Watch this video. Thanks. Hey guys, 828 Find Adventure. Let's talk a little bit about servicing your vehicle. Now, I'm very set in my ways when it comes to servicing a vehicle, especially if it's a vehicle still under warranty. Until that powertrain warranty has expired, I do all my service at the dealer. Usually, unless I move, the dealer I purchased it from. I try to build a really good relationship by being nice and respectful of their skills and expertise, but also at the same time being a very informed or educated consumer. When you go into a dealer, a service writer, unless they know you and have spoke to you several times, they don't know your expertise on the subject. So I might know a lot going in, but I never really show that card because, number one, I'm not a mechanic or a tech, but so I want them to tell me what's going on and not I don't know. I try not to go in there and sound like a know-it-all. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I just don't say anything. I do know some things from doing research on the web. Of course, mechanics don't like to hear that, and neither do service writers. But it's good to be educated on the subject when it comes to spending lots of money and comes to your car. But I'm always respectful of what they know and listen to what they say. Usually, 100% of the time, it's been right. Now, a lot of that probably has to do with me being nice. And, I try to be a nice guy. Even if it's a stressful situation, I always try to treat people in their position as a service writer or somebody in customer service. I try to treat them with respect because they do know a lot more than me, because they work on so many cars all the time. I don't. So, and doing so, I've built a good relationship with the service writers, sometimes with the mechanics, and some mechanics I've been friends with for 20 years, or longer than 20 years, just because I was nice and I listened to them, and we just built a relationship out of that. Now, I do understand that these are new cars and they should be taken to the dealer while under warranty. I wouldn't say they're that new, but they're still under warranty, and they should be taken to the dealer, and the dealer will catch things before they get out of hand, like oil leaks or anything like that, or loose bolt, or why isn't your car staying in alignment? Just different things. What's that ticking noise? They know. They work on millions of the same car all year long, and they know your vehicle really well. Now, gotta make a turn there. Now, once your vehicle is out of warranty, and let's just say for me, if my vehicle, depending on what it is, it's out of warranty, Like I have two that are, and fortunately they don't need, they're not having any issues. Knock on something. I would take them, or maybe to an independent. It's cheaper. And so I just want to show you this view right here. Look at that. That's a nice view of the river. Okay, folks, now let's talk about if your vehicle is out of warranty. If your vehicle's out of warranty, say you bought a used car with over 60,000 miles, or you bought, your car that you bought new at the dealer has now got a lot of mileage on it. You don't necessarily have to take it to the dealer to get serviced. You can take it to an independent. Now, you want to find an independent that's got, maybe some certified techs. Maybe it's a tech from your car brand's dealership that maybe a Toyota or Honda or Subaru or whoever, Ford or Chevy, Dodge if you have one. And maybe you have maybe of where some techs from some of the dealerships went, some of the really good techs, and they went to some independents. That would be a fantastic place to get some work done. They're just trying to put food on the table, and they're working hard doing it. So that way, and the same thing, build a relationship with them. Maybe get some oil changes. Maybe you've got a timing belt service coming up, and at the dealer it's $1,900. Maybe at an independent it might be a little less. I don't know about independents' warranties that they give on their service. I know the dealer will warranty stuff, if it's or give you a warranty when you get some major work done like that on the parts, especially. I just want to drop in here and say I just started selling some merch to help support the channel. Some t-shirts, hoodies, and a couple other things, and some hats like this one. If you would take a look at those, I have a link under the video in the description. Thanks. Support your independence, especially as a way to save some money. I mean, you'll save a little, and it's great for, if a service is coming up. If your struts need replaced, take it to an independent, have them replace the struts. That's easy. Now, going back to taking your car to the dealer or an independent, if you have a noise in your car and you don't know what it is, and nothing's broken where you can see it, physically see it, all you do is hear it, I would take it to the dealer and pay them to do a diagnostic. Reason being, the dealer has worked on thousands of your vehicle. They might have heard it before, and they might be able to troubleshoot it and fix it quickly. If you take it to an independent that works on a variety of cars, maybe different manufacturers, maybe just older model cars or whatever, they're not familiar with your vehicle enough to know where that noise might be coming from, because maybe they haven't heard it before. So that's something to think about. How many times going back to that independent repair place would it take to get the problem fixed? That doesn't mean, that has nothing to do with their skill level or anything. It's just, when you work on the same car all the time, more. So, that's something, to think about before you go drop it off at your local shop down the street. But again, like I said, if you found one that has some Toyota techs or some Subaru techs that have left the dealer and now they're working for an independent, you're probably going to be okay, and they'll be able to troubleshoot it and find it quickly, because they have seen millions of cars as well. So just keep those things in mind. If you know of a place, say an independent place, and you know that they have a Toyota tech from the dealer down the street or somewhere, that's probably a good sign that you should be able to get some decent work done there. Let's go back to the new dealers, your new car, and taking it back to the dealer for service. Another reason I do like that is because they usually have a rental or a loaner program. Now, I can rent a car for, I know one of my cars, the dealer, I can rent a car for $35. Okay, and if I need to do that, I can do it. And compared to an Uber and or a Lyft, and you know, which has been you know, I'll give it 50-50. I've had 50 decent, 50 sketchy rides. I would rather rent a $35 car and get a Corolla or something. Now, other dealerships, you know, charge more for that, so keep that in mind. Sometimes, you know, if you're getting a timing belt done, spending another $80 on a rental at one of these other dealers might be okay. But if you're just getting an oil change and a little service done, yeah, that's too much money. Don't spend it. You know, I guess take a Lyft or whatever. Get a friend to pick you up, might be safer. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw that in there. So, you know, take it to the dealer if the car is still under warranty. You know, let's just keep things, you know, and if you buy a used car and it's still under warranty, take it to the dealer and have them check it out. They might find things that don't cost you a dime, but take it and have it inspected and checked out. Now, like I said again, independents, they have their independent, you know, repair places, they have their purpose, and I will use them, and I do use them. So, you know, keep that in mind. It just depends on your situation and, you know, what works for you. You know, dealer near me, I mean, this is the dealer. He's got oil change and tire rotation, $60, okay? And you save 20% off any other recommended services. I'm sure they're gonna recommend some other services because that's their job, is to upsell you and make money. But you're not obligated to do those. Four-wheel alignment, $115. So that's a good deal. That's an alignment's been $100 for like the last 20 years. So that's a great deal. It probably, you know, normally cost, it doesn't say, but, you know, they have some wipers on sale for $46. Those must be pretty good wipers if they're $46. So, oh, installation's included. I can install my own wipers. That's not a big deal, so I don't need to pay any extra for that. But there's a lot of people that can't, and some of these new wipers are very confusing. So, you know, I think for most, I'd say for 80% of the people out there, getting your wipers installed is probably a good idea. The last thing you want is one to fly off when you're going down the highway in the rain. Here's another thing that this dealer happens to have: lifetime battery. Now, I don't know how many people keep their cars 5, 6, 7, 10 years. There's probably people that do. If you bought a lifetime battery, it's about $200. It's a little over $200 for a lifetime battery. If you kept your car 10 years, that would almost pay for itself. If you kept your car 15 years, it's paid for itself. So, because a battery could cost you, with labor for install, about $200. You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And that's a nationwide warranty on that battery. So, I don't know. I'd have to do some research there. That's not bad. But, you know, that's a good deal. So, sometimes dealers have some really good deals. Now, of course, they're trying to get you in there so they can upsell you, because that's their job. You know, make more money. And, you know, each month, you know, they try to hit these sales goals. They try to make more money. And, you know, one thing about that, you know, don't get mad if prices go up at the car dealership. You have to understand that, you know, mechanics and all these service riders and people who work at the dealerships, their wages go up as well. And they don't go up that much, but they do have to get some sort of raise. And, you know, cost of living or whatever they're calling it these days. So there's like, you know, you got to think about that. You know, if things go up in price, use your coupons to save money. Always use your coupons. So sign up with these dealerships, get your coupons in the mail, and that'll really help. But, you know, don't get mad if prices go up. Like if the an hourly rate goes up from 100 to 135 or 155, or if you drive a Porsche, God knows what that is. But, Porsche, but, you know, just, you know, you gotta think about that stuff. You know, the prices go up, but so do people's wages need to go up. Now, of course, there's gonna be somebody at the top who owns that dealership who gets a dollar off everything sold at the place, and he's a bazillionaire. But that's just the way it goes. You know, can't be mad at at the guy who owns the dealership. He made a right choice somewhere and ended up with it. So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You know, I got these coupons in the mail, and I had just been at the dealer, and I just wanted to talk to you about a little bit of advice of how I deal with taking my vehicle to get serviced at the dealer, or taking, you know, some of my other vehicles, because they have some of them have high mileage, you know, 200,000 miles to be exact. So comment below. I want some questions. I want some comments. I'll answer all of them. So, just feel free to do that. I hope I didn't offend anybody, especially mechanics and people that work in dealerships, about going to independents. Or I hope I didn't, say anything wrong about independents. I take my cars to those as well. And I trust them. They're great. And in fact, all three of my cars have all been to independents. They've all been to dealers. So, you just got to spread it around. And, I just wanted to tell you that, and if you would like, share, and subscribe, check out the merch. It helps support the channel. I just started doing hats and hoodies and some t-shirts. I've got different price variations on a lot of things. Just some silly stuff. I got some pint glasses and, mouse pads and different things. So if you would check out that, there'll be a link under the video in the description. And I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. See ya.